anyone or any Christian who is seeking, who is hungry, who is longing for a strong community, or even just growth in Bible knowledge or knowledge of God, or having brothers and sisters to walk with you, NAV is a good place. Yeah,
it's really all the activities in there. It's very intentional and helps us to grow towards Christ likeness, to grow as a community.
Navigators has reminded me that there's really a need for relationships, especially the seniors and the laborers, those who have been working with us for a long time. Even after they graduate, they've constantly shown interest in investing in lives, growing in relationship, bring us closer to God.
Describe NAV as a place where I am known and loved, and a word would be homely. Home, because it's like, when you're at home, right, your family kind of sees like all the sides of you, but yet they still love you for who you are. And I think that's what NAV is like to me. It's like they know the different parts of me, and they still love me in spite of all that. Yeah, so I think that's what makes NAV special to me.
And I really feel like people in NAV care for each other, and I can grow in like deeper relationships with them.
I knew I wanted to join a Christian community right from the start. And so I tried to find out more about these communities, and only NAV provided a link, an internet link. And so it was Facebook. I went on it and I saw the photos.
So I have a friend in my cell group who is from NUS NAV, and in year 1 she started sharing about how she went for all these morning QTs, and I could see through her sharings that she was very deeply impacted by the QT sessions in the morning. And then I was like, wow, this is something that I want to have for myself as well, like this spiritual deepening and awakening. And so I asked her, like, hey, could you link me up with someone from NTU Navs?
I saw the NAV brochure, and the verse John 15:5 stood out to me. Like it says, I am the vine and you are the branches. Like if you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. It stood out to me because I wanted to grow in Christ and wanted to grow in relying on Him.
For me, I would say Navigators is a good place for support and advisory. What I mean by that is for both the academic perspective and the spiritual perspective. One period of time, one of the Navigator brothers, he's a graduate actually, but he would actually come back on the weekends back to NTU just to help me understand thermophysics. And let me tell you this, I struggle with thermophysics. So he showed so much love and care for me in both the academic and the spiritual perspective. Back then when he was a student, he actually will plan out times to actually do Bible study with myself in between his own lessons.
NAV also has a community in which we encourage one another. So rather than just sharing our struggles and then it's like, that's something that I struggle with. I think it goes further than that, to encouraging one another's walk with the Lord and keeping accountable to each other and checking in on our progress in different areas in our life. And I think Hebrews 10:24-25 really speaks to me on this. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another.
It makes the faith journey all the more like heartwarming, and it makes it easier also to have people to support you and journey with you together.
I see their true joy in them, true passion for Christ, a true love for Christ, and I see a peace and rest in them that I wanted, in the very first place. I wanted to find a purpose and meaning, make sense of this world, to make sense of my own life, and I saw that they had it, and I saw that Christ was the one who offered it to them, and that really spurred me to take my faith seriously. So Nav really means so much to me in my own spiritual journey, and I feel that I really thank God that I went through Nav in the first place.
A phase in my life, I would say that I really grow to know God better, through in-depth study of the Word and also fellowship with others. Really enjoy getting to know other Christians of the same age and in the same phase, and we really could share life with each other.
God right now in NTU is teaching me what it means to trust Him, to put my faith in God in areas of my life. So with regards to prioritizing Him while I'm studying, and also finding direction from Him in life.
He has been directing me to see that in my 4 years in campus, that it is a lot more than just achieving a portfolio or building up that social life. It is using these valuable 4 years here to reach out to my friends on campus, like in hall, in my school, and really using these 4 valuable years to something that would make a difference in the lives of others in the long run.
My identity in Christ, specifically that grades do not define me, because probably all my life as I was growing up, whether I am conscious or not, it seems that when I get good results, I feel good about myself. When I came to uni, I think one of my goals was to get all A's for everything. But when the first semester came, I got all B's. And I put in so much effort, but it all just ended up with a B. Then I was like, am I only worth a B? God really spoke to me then, because I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry. And I realized it's because I understood that grades does not define me anymore, and that no matter what happens, God will take care of me. My future is in His hands.
When I joined Nav in the first week for the freshman welcome, I forgot what we did. We played games and we had food, and I think that gave me a safe space lah. That was my first safe space in NTU as a student, as a freshman who doesn't really have any close friends. But that became my resting place, and there's a lot of new people that come also to Nav, and basically I don't really know anyone except Amos. I don't know anyone, and I can't obviously just cling to Amos the entire 4 years of my life here. So it did spur me to, I think God used that to kind of break the ice or break my fear, of talking to people, and it became a lot easier. I think when I went to Sem 2 already, I was very comfortable. Just, hi, how are you? I'll be the first guy to go to the stranger and say, hey, how are you? Welcome, that kind of thing. Which I don't think I would have done on my own. I think definitely God also shaped me, being more confident in just, not being afraid to say hi or to be friendly or to connect with new people.
There's quiz tomorrow. Why are you still going for Nav night?
But it gave me kind of an appreciation to what I'm learning and what I'm doing in school. It's not in vain.
Felt like, this can't continue any longer and I have to do something about it.
Really got me thinking and also challenged my previous assumptions.
When you see the needs of others, when you hear their stories, when you see who they are,